PSA to all my ladies. I love you. But she's different, man. Why don't you come over? Kick it and watch some movies. Why don't you come over? Baby, I promise I'll be sober. Why don't you come over? Kick it and watch some movies. Why don't you come over? Baby, I promise I'll be sober. Come over, we can chill, but you leaving there for? I still miss you, even when you leaving the door. At least you came over. At least you came over. Come over, we can chill, but you leaving there for? I still miss you, even when you leaving the door. At least you came over. At least you came over. I used to like some other girls, but this girl not the same. Her name would rhyme with mine, my desire to obtain love from this girl. She kinda cute and hella smart. Every day she on my mental, man, my mind she pick apart. My heart be saying yes, but my brain is saying no. In life you get some flickers, that's just how it goes. Talk about you with my homies and they give advice. I'm not perfect, girl, I ain't the one to lie. I told you how I feel and you thought that I was joking. I've been off course, need to get back on my focus. Dreams on dreams that I'm seeing every week. Fairy tales and stories about you and me. Back to reality, either way she don't care about how I feel. Hard to convey emotions on a screen, but still, even though we're not really getting closer, I still want you to come over. Why don't you come over? Kick it and watch some movies. Why don't you come over? Baby, I promise I'll be sober. Why don't you come over? Kick it and watch some movies. Why don't you come over? Baby, I promise I'll be sober. Come over, we can chill, but you leaving there for? I still miss you, even when you leaving the door. At least you came over. At least you came over. Come over, we can chill, but you leaving there for? I still miss you, even when you leaving the door. At least you came over. At least you came over. I remember we was chilling with some friends at the park. She was there, you was hugging on me tight like really hard. You was with some of your friends, I brought some of my dogs. Sunset lasted forever, we started to get along with it. Was I caught up in a fantasy that if I'm loving you, then surely you'll be loving me? I was questioning, but either way I kissed you on your forehead. Brown eyes, light skin, man, you looking gorgeous. I found a love at first sight, let me be honest. You amazed at my corniness, but I'm just rhyming. Your skin glistening, your eyes shining. It was written in the stars, fine lining. It's true, wanted to be more than a friend. Cause I woke up, and I was up in my bed. It was all a dream, wait, it can happen again. Moved around a bit, damn I had this part of my Why don't you come over? Kick it and watch some movies. Why don't you come over? Baby, I promise I'll be sober. Why don't you come over? Kick it and watch some movies. Why don't you come over? Baby, I promise I'll be sober. Baby, baby.
It's that time of the week where the hottest Kenyan millennials jazz up your afternoon with their refreshing live talk show. You are now tuned in to the 254 Millennial Talk.
It's Bloody Actor here, guys, and welcome to the Actors Lounge. And today we have another episode of the 254 Millennial Talk. Hopefully, your week has been okay. As you can hear, I sound like shit because I currently have a bad cold. I'm coughing a lot. Generally, I've been busy. Today it seems kinda off for me. Like, yeah, the energy is not there. But yeah, I'm good. Uh, people might join the show later. I'm alone at the moment, so yeah, can't do anything about it. Slatty is not here today. I think he was busy, and I've been so busy with setting up um the Red Spear Skull Spit series and such that I think I might have forgotten to remind guys. I've tried to remind them now, but I'm sure maybe they'll see the messages too late. But it's fine. There's no problem. It's fine. Again, depending on whether people show up, I may make this show as short as possible. Probably 30 minutes. Maybe this will be like the shortest podcast I've had. But if you're watching or if you're listening, if you're watching, remember this show but this show is converted to a podcast that you can listen or you can tune in from your podcast platform of choice. So this is Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, and I think if you're in the Americas or supported countries that allow video playback on Spotify, you should be able to see a video version of the podcast as well. So yeah, these are pretty much on most podcast platforms. You'd find us there. And for the people listening on the podcast platforms, remember the show goes live every Saturday 5 to 6 p.m. East African time or GMT +3. So if you want to be a part of the show, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you join our Discord community so that you can be a co-host. That is, if you want to be a co-host. But today we are talking about KPLC and the decision to distribute internet. So in case you didn't know, KPLC is most KPLC has been leasing its infrastructure to major sorry I keep coughing. Major internet distributors, so Safaricom and the likes, and also and other like individuals. So apparently they've been using KPLC infrastructure, and so KPLC wants a slice of the pie in an effort to diversify its income. To be honest, KPLC has not been on a good trend of late. They've been having their own issues, layoffs, power problems. I mean, I've experienced firsthand their failings in power distribution, where electricity keeps cutting out for me. And let me give me a second. I don't know why it's not display. Browser sources, why ain't you display? Okay, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, according to this article from the Business Daily, remember every references I mention or any like thing I say or is it point to? I don't know how to construct that sentence, but everything I do mention or any references I do use for research purposes on the show is usually on the Discord. So on the references section, as you can see, KPLC, according to the Business Daily Africa, KPLC hashtag Tika. Why is it hashtag Tika? Kenya Power Tika. That's strange. But KPLC will start selling high-speed internet to businesses in a race to diversify its revenues and capitalize on growing data usage. This is a step up by the electricity distributor, which has been leasing fiber optic cables attached to its transmission lines to internet service providers. The utility will in coming weeks announce a package that will allow its corporate consumers. So for that, it's corporate consumers to buy internet and electricity as a bundle after running pilot tests with the larger power users. Will see it take the battle for internet customers to Safaricom. Am I reading this correct? This will this will see it take the battle for internet customers to Safaricom, Wananchi Group, Zuku, and Jamii Telcom that controls 85% of the Kenya fixed data market. So yeah, we have new competition. Of course, like I said, KPLC has not been on the best trend financially. Yeah, they've been having their own issues here and there. So yeah, man. I think, but I'm surprised. But I remember talking to a friend of mine who works in Ketraco. Ketraco being the bigger power line company. I mean, there were is Ketraco up? I think Ketraco is a power generating company. So they're the ones who like mostly deal with the bigger infrastructures like power from the dams, and then KPLC does the distribution to like regular households. So he works there, and I remember him telling me that the fiber cable is usually intertwined inside the cable, if I'm not wrong. But he told this information was told to me a long time ago, so my information might be a little bit off, but I'm not sure. It might be the correct thing, it might not be the correct thing. But I found that fascinating, and I remember asking him like, why doesn't KPLC distribute internet then? So yeah, I guess now they finally decided to do it. They've seen like the money that internet can generate, and of course, as we move forward in the world, if anything, COVID has shown that remote work is indeed possible, and this trend of people going to work is not like compulsory for, or it's not really something that is necessary for certain types of jobs. Generally, people who deal with software, people who deal with accounting, pretty much everyone who works, like who can fully work on a computer that doesn't need to be connected to the main. And even if we say connected to the main, sorry for that. Even if we say like connected to the main infrastructure of the company, most companies are using like cloud services like AWS. I think we talked about AWS recently, and them launching a local zone. So yeah, this is the future, and I think they saw this. I would say it's better late than never, but I would say like they should have like harnessed this from the beginning. Like why? But I don't know. You never know like what decisions go into, or maybe they were running at so much of a loss that they needed to like first of all figure themselves out before they can start venturing. And this comes after KPC themselves, Kenya Pipeline, and whatever the company that deals with fuel. They also announced that they are themselves also like they're seeking to enter the business of distributing internet, because internet doesn't have a monopoly. Of course, they can distribute power, and I've seen eyebrows being raised when sometimes Kengen makes those threats that they also want to distribute power, and I usually, from what I can see from the atmosphere or the feeling I get in the atmosphere when such stuff is announced, I usually see and observe that there's a lot of resistance from KPLC. So yeah, I guess the internet is one of those things where if you have the money to pull a fiber cable in the country, I think you could actually become an internet supplier. But of course, the amount of money being thrown here is no joke. I heard the new fiber cable that came out in the coast was like, I don't know, $36 million or something. I'm not sure. So such kind of money, I would say it's big corporations like mostly government parastatals that can afford that, or very big corporations like Safaricom. So, and from another article, I think there's another article I read where they say that the target was supposed to be rural areas. I don't know how they plan to sell it, But give me a second. Let me look. KPLC internet. KPLC internet. All right. All right. Let me pull up this article. Let me switch up my scenes here. Give me a second. So as you can see, Kenya Power to connect rural homes with internet, and this is actually an old article. Let me post it under references as well. It's 2021. Because I remember reading somewhere that this is actually how they plan to roll out the internet cables by starting in the areas where there is starting out in low income areas. So loss making Kenya Power. I think I mentioned this earlier as well. I told you that KPLC was not on a good run financially. KPLC plans to connect millions of its customers in rural homes with high-speed internet as a part of a fresh plan to capitalize on the burgeoning, I think this is burgeoning mobile data usage in the country and grow new revenue stream. But when they say mobile data, I mean, do they plan to start selling lines? Like, I don't get it. Do they plan to start selling like SIM cards, like the telecom, like the Jamii Telecom? This is fiber, like FAIBA. Do they plan to do that? Unless, or maybe they have hotspots all over the country. Because I mean, they do have the infrastructure. So I see how this can be a possibility. To capitalize on the mobile data usage in the country and grow new revenue streams. This is a step up by the electricity distributor, which has been leasing fiber optic cables attached to its transmission lines to internet service providers. Kenya Power has said it will directly target to connect rural customers with the internet at a time. I keep cutting off because of my nephew is loud as if. With the internet at a time, it has expanded electricity penetration across the country by connecting millions of new homes in rural areas to its national grid. This will see it take the battle for internet customers to Telkom Kenya Data Network, Safaricom, Jamii Telecom. There's a couple of them here. In the medium to long term, the company is exploring the lit fiber business to increase penetration of internet connectivity, particularly in rural areas, said Kenya Power in its latest annual report. So again, it's a good, business wise it might be a good strategy, but I don't know. This is KPLC we are talking about, right? Okay. This is a company that has been plagued by issues, and we obviously, for me, I'm not going to say we, but if you look at most of government parastatals, a good example is like KMC, Kenya Meat Commission. That was just recently started making profit. As you can see, most government parastatals are usually run very bad. Like, if you were to walk into a government office, you'll just notice the degradation in quality services. Like, nothing is ever like up to date. Like, it's like they never repaint, such stuff. Like, it just looks like this is a government office. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because, like, I'm asking the question, like, is this the quality of internet they're going to provide for people, right? Like, is this the quality of service that they plan to be providing? Because, where, like, power keeps going in and out. Come on, this is... KPLC has fucked me a couple of times, man. Like, it's no joke. Sometimes you want to go live in the important... I've even mentioned power itself, and I'm like... I've like felt my heart skip a little bit because I'm like, hey, this company can really do me dirty, So I don't know how effective they can be. Of course, they do have the infrastructure, and I wonder what pricings. I've not seen any pricings on how or structures on how they plan to sell this. But I mean, more internet providers just means more competition, which means more data, and of course, competition in a capitalist environment always benefits consumers. So I mean, the people in the rural areas, I mean, people like us will benefit. That is assuming people diverge from watching like the typical Kenyan YouTube and start looking for other variations of Kenyan YouTube. I mean, podcasting, gaming, all these other stuff that is not mainstream on Kenyan YouTube at the moment. Yeah, internet connectivity is good. I'm up for it because personally, I do work online a lot, and I mean, if the internet can get to the most rural of areas, I don't see why I can't move to such places and live there. So it's a good thing, and also of course it's a good thing. But of course, again, the judging from KPLC's pasts, I don't know how reliable their internet can be, or how reliable their services will be, or how like how operational it will be. But of course, them starting in rural areas it gives me hope, because I'm not personally, I'm not a city guy. I don't like staying near cities. I prefer staying far away from a lot of people as possible. So if and we know, of course, electricity has penetrated. I think Uhuru's government had that on their forefront of their agendas, where they were their aim was to push electricity everywhere. And I mean, I've been to the like rural areas, and you find power there, and you're like, whoa, goddamn, like Jesus. I mean, KPLC is even here. So again, until they like deploy it, there's no way for us to judge the quality or just the consistency of their services. So yeah, can see here, just joined. RC umesoma message late.
Bro, I just found, bro, my fault, man. Completely forgot.
Nah, it's cool. I was saying earlier on the show, I've been focused on the Red Spears thing. The tournament for Apex. I forgot to remind a lot of people. So
Yeah, bro, it was in the back. I knew the worst thing is, I'd rather even forget things. The worst thing is knowing you forgot something. I think that's the worst feeling. Forgetting it is one thing, yeah? Like knowing you forgot something is another one altogether.
But I mean, as they say, better late than never. At least you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah, I'm live. I was
Okay,
looking at an article up of like I was talking about KPLC, and like their plan was to initially to start connecting rural homes kwanza before they get to the major areas. But I've not seen in the articles. I've not seen. There's a section called references above here. You can just check on it above this.
Right. Yeah, I can. Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know like how exactly they're planning to like structure their distribution. Is it like going to be bundles like it expires? Is it going to be unlimited? Is there data caps? Such stuff. They've not said.
No, but the rural thing I think is a good idea, because that's the only place where they can compete. Like the distaste people have for KPLC in general. Yeah. Like, it would take a lot of convincing for me to drop what I have now and move to KPLC, considering the experiences I already have with them.
But what was your? Sorry. I was saying, what was your reaction when you heard that KPLC is planning to distribute internet?
I thought it was a joke. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is a joke. I got a bit of a giggle out of it when I first heard about it. Because when you think of KPLC, like here's the problem, right? I think the smartest thing for KPLC to do is like rebrand and change the name. Yeah, because the amount of bad faith that people have in KPLC, like they could offer close to free internet. Yeah. But knowing how great they are at providing electricity, like the bare necessities, You know, now you know internet is very, you know, electricity, either it's there or it's not there. Yeah.
Yep.
Like you know, it's either you have electricity. There's no bad quality or good quality electricity. Like it's either you have it or you don't. Yeah.
Yep.
Now you take the issues they have there and like impose them on a networking aspect of things, where like you have to worry about how bandwidth is affected. Just forget being on or off. Yeah. Because now you have to worry about so much more than on or off. Like, are they using a good DNS server? Is the bandwidth being allocated correctly? Are your speeds good enough? Are you gonna have decent ping to the servers that matter? Are they gonna, instead of like hosting their own internet, they're gonna opt to send your connection to ping to Bulgaria or something because it's cheaper? You know, like there's so many things that come in, and knowing that they can barely get the electricity on and off thing. I mean, they've been better recently. Like I have to give them credit for that. I haven't had too many issues with my power. Right? I can't really complain, but there's a period in time where I wouldn't go a week without losing power for at least 10 hours.
I think that might be because they switched to like a contractual. You know, if you use this, I think this is Slat who's saying this. Apparently, he talks to an employee, and they say that when you use the star 977 thing, if it's used a lot by a lot of people in a specific area, the people who are contracted to like manage and, you know, or the employees who have been told to like, because I think they changed their. I don't know if this is correct, but I think it also affects the payment as well. Like if your service is bad, there's a high possibility you might get a pay cut or something. But yeah, I think they've been restructuring.
They've been better. They've been better. There's that thing. But then you see, you realize like KPLC could literally not lose power for an entire year. Yeah. But like unless I actually talk to myself and say, okay, look, these guys have been doing a good job. Yeah. My first instinct is to talk bad about them because of the experiences I've had. So now imagine a situation where KPLC want to compete with Zuku, and Zuku is another one. Like Zuku, people hate Zuku for far less than people hate KPLC for. So now you can imagine if people are staunch deniers of Zuku as a good company. Now imagine what KPLC is coming to do in the space. Like, so I mean, maybe ideally, you know, like maybe they brand themselves different. You know, if they call it KPLC Internet, I promise you, only people with no other option, yeah, or do not care whether like of the quality of internet, like as long as the video loads, it loads type thing. Those people will be fine. But for rural areas, I can definitely see like, you know, because if I lived in the middle of nowhere and I needed internet, like it does not matter where it's coming from, you know.
Yeah.
But, like from like a brand image standpoint, like in this Nairobi, they'll struggle.
Yeah, but they actually I've said that. I've said like them starting in rural areas can give people more confidence to, especially for people who work online, to like move away from the city, and you know, because electricity has really penetrated in a lot of areas. So it's just a matter of, is there internet and water? Is there electricity, internet, and water?
Yeah. You know, you mentioning that actually just like it opened up like a whole new perspective, which I completely understand, and I hope they do that, right? Because that just makes it so that gives so many more opportunities to people who are not like, who are more or less shut off from. I mean, of course, it's mobile data and stuff, but you know, you can't really work on mobile data.
Yeah,
way too expensive. So it's nice. Like I like that. Like if it's a rural area thing, yeah, more power to them. I definitely agree with that decision, and I think it's a very good decision, not only for them to actually survive as a company, but also for the people who are receiving the service. So that's definitely like, that would be the right step if you ask me. And that's something I did not consider prior to actually you mentioning it. So
did you know about
the gonna come here and trash KPLC, bro? That's what I was prepared for, but but nah.
Did you know by then they used to, apparently all the other ISPs use the infrastructure that KPLC has laid for them. I think there's I have a buddy who works at Ketraco, and I remember him telling me that normally the fiber cable is intertwined with the power cable. It's in between, like the big ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I remember asking him then, like, yo, you guys should start distributing internet. And then he giggled, and then he was like, nah, I don't know. He doesn't know. Of course, he's not like on top of management. So he doesn't know, but yeah, it's crazy that but I guess it's because they've been taking so much losses, and even the articles say that they are planning to diversify their their revenue, because
How are they taking losses?
they were taking losses for a couple of times.
KPLC is taking losses.
Yeah, they were. The time, remember the time, like, the quality of KPLC was
How
so
does
bad.
that work?
Yeah? It's government
literally a monopoly.
parastatals. It's government parastatals, man. Maybe employees stealing, people on top, like, contracted to, like, you
Bro, they
know.
were stealing the money, bro. No, they were stealing the money, bro. You can't take a loss, bro. How do you take a loss as a monopoly of an essential service? That's impossible. Like what? Hello? No, that doesn't compute. Literally, you're providing a service that everybody needs. Of course, everybody doesn't mean 100%. Of some people like living in darkness, but that's cool. But literally, 99% of Kenyans use this service. You're the only power. You're the only player in this space. There's no one else who provides power. Yeah, for like at the scale that you do. You're literally a monopoly. How can you be operating at a loss? You have no competition. So they were robbing each other blind. But now, I think. But the crazy thing is this. Yeah, now this is the scary part. Would I be unreasonable to think, if KPLC do want to break into the Nairobi or the Mombasa or like the city market, right? Would it be unreasonable to think that they might actually sabotage the people who are already using the infrastructure?
That might be a possibility. Maybe if they struggle and be like, okay, we are not getting in, so like, why should other people benefit? So fuck them. Let's we are no longer listening. Yeah, they might do that. There's also another guy. I think the smaller ISPs might suffer, because I know there's a guy in Kikuyu who told me that the fiber cables are in. There's a point in Nairobi, you just go. If you have enough money, you just go and they sublease from there. Yeah. So I think such people might suffer, because for them they actually rely on the infrastructure so much. I think companies like Safaricom rather put their own poles or dig up, which I would say is a safer bet, putting your poles, because poles, it's all this, it's raining, the poles. I mean, there was another one here that was the road was being constructed, it was yanked. So I think the smaller ones will suffer at first, but I don't know. But do you also know that KPC, the Kenya Pipeline, also announced they plan on getting the internet. But I mean, what does fuel and what's funny?
Wait. No, that's comedy. No, it's comedy, no, bro. It has to be a joke, yeah?
No, it's serious. Yes. I talked about this on when? When did I think I talked about this when we were talking about AWS with Aslati, and I remember seeing that. And then there was someone in the comments saying, ati noanda hakuna mafuta. So, because at KPC has decided to...
Don't worry about the wrong pipes.
Yeah. But I don't know. But the internet is not a regulated thing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's not like electricity. Yeah, anyone can start. It's not like electricity. You cannot, it's only KPLC and KPLC.
Yeah.
So
yeah, even like water, unless you're driving those clean water trucks.
Yep. What do you think will happen to pricing and?
1 second. Sorry about that. My sister came in. Yeah, I know. I expected if KPLC won. Yeah, if KPLC won, they want to succeed. And 2, they're willing to take a few L's. Yeah. And listen, KPLC, if you guys see this video and you actually want to succeed in this market, you talk to us. Yeah, you come talk to us. Yeah, I will give you the blueprint for success. Right? Because the fastest way to grow something like an internet company, it's a delicate, because internet is a very delicate service.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's I'd put it on par. Not in terms of course, as a necessity, but in terms of the role it plays in our lives, right? We use water, but we use the internet just as much, right? We use electricity, but okay, it is kind of different. But you see, it's more of a necessity. It's not really a need. We don't need it to survive. but it's like
But
a
it has
necessity for
become
modern life.
it has become a modern necessity. It like it is
Literally,
it is
yeah.
something it is something that is very crucial to the economy and stuff. Is that what you
Right,
mean?
right.
Uh,
Yeah, it's crucial for like our day-to-day lives. It's like clothes. We don't need them, right? Like we
uh,
don't need clothes objectively. Like you're not gonna die because of a lack of clothing,
uh,
but like you need it to function in society,
yep.
more or less, right? Not
Yeah.
not. I mean, internet is not that important when that, but it's somewhere along. You can you can put them in a discussion. But the point is, yeah,
Uh-huh.
like point I'm trying to make is, if KPLC want to get in this internet space, right?
Uh-huh.
For the most important thing is, do they have the backing of the government? Yeah, because I'm sure like Safaricom and Zuku and all of these guys pay like a lot of taxes, right?
Uh-huh.
If they can bring across the savings that they get by not paying taxes to the consumers, so what's that? Cheaper and faster, not just cheaper and faster. So for example, if you're paying 4K for 20 MBs on these guys, yeah, and these guys give you like 2K for 30 MBs, right?
Uh-huh.
And the quality is somewhat decent, yeah, they will take the whole market within 3 years. Right?
What's your definition of decent? Safaricom.
Safaricom is good. Zuku, let's call Zuku decent. Safaricom is very
Okay.
good for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, and
okay.
I don't think KPLC would ever be on the level of one second.
All right. Some good insights there by Mr. Halsey. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I was saying, yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What was the last thing I said? Decent. Yeah, I was talking about decent.
decent.
So Safaricom. The thing about Safaricom, maybe, but you can't fault them on. They may have issues, like little issues, very small, yeah. But they're more than willing to help. They will admit their mistakes, and when they don't know what's going on, they'll tell you we don't know what's going on, or they'll give you like a time frame. We're working on it, yeah. And before you get outages, you're told. For the most part, unless like it's something like, no, the issue with Zuku is there's a time, bro, we're chilling in a PlayStation. I'll use this example to like even before I say what the issue is, and you can basically deduce the issue from this statement, yeah. There's a time we're sitting in a PlayStation party, me and the boys. It was me, Sonu, Suhail, I think Tej was there, Shahim, George, yeah. And like a lot of us had Zuku at the time, and I think I used to spend close to the amount that I was paying per month for internet calling Zuku. And they don't even have a toll-free line. First of all, you have to use your airtime. Yeah. Now, so there's a day like Stonu just called them. Yeah. And the guy's like, we just said, it was actually like we gave them the account. We said we're having problems. The internet was fine. Yeah. The guy said, I have no internet. Yeah. The response he got.
What did you get?
Where you don't have internet, our technicians are working on your problem.
And there's internet, like it. So you just called to confirm.
Everything's perfect. Yeah. You realize these guys at Zuku have like a
script.
They have a
read
script
from
for customer service.
Yep.
You have a problem, we're aware. What are you doing about it? Technicians are working on it. Things get too bad, there's a cable cut. Like it's literally, I could even before you call them, I call them so many times I could tell you how the conversation will go. Right? But Safaricom, they don't have that. Yeah. Immediately, if what you need is outside the scope of the person you're talking to, yeah, they will understand, accept the fact respectfully. Given you talk to them nicely, you have to be respectful as well. There's some people who call them. Some people talk to people in customer service like somehow those people are not people who are just working. It's not like
Nini,
bro.
hamna akili.
Bro, no. Bro, you're threatening someone who's hired by the company. Like he really does not care. Yeah. But the point is, bro, those guys who threaten customer service, people working customer, company nitawacha. Bro, like
Ikitundakata na makasi. I had a neighbor who used to say that.
Man. So now, like, they'll literally tell you, okay, look, we will. Look, first of all, they'll see what they can do. Yeah, they'll look at what they have. Like, if there's like an outlet somewhere, if it's been put forth already, if it's in the schedule. If it's not in the schedule, they'll try to do the basics first of all. They'll restart you. Now, Zuku will always restart your router. It's like if there's a phone call, your router is getting restarted by force. But now with Safaricom, they will at least the person that will try to do the best. If they can't help you, they will literally have a technician call you back. Someone who has technical knowledge of the issue, right?
So
And
that
try
you
to
can
reduce
explain.
those down, troubleshoot. Precisely. So if you think it's like a more hardware issue, they can deduce that from the questions they ask you. If you have an issue with like routing, networking issues, they'll help you. If there's something, the power line is gone, they'll come and send a team. And they're very quick. So Safaricom is good. Zuku, for the most part, they get the power. They get it done. Yeah, they get it done. So if KPLC are even on the level, even slightly below Zuku, yeah, but they can provide better speeds at cheaper prices. Right? Get the market, because as someone who is like a government parastatal, they have the edge in the sense that I don't think they really pay, like they don't play by the same rules as private companies, right?
They don't have a lot of hurdles to like overcome. You pay up, you pay for this license, you have
Precisely.
to
And they
ask.
have another thing. And they have another thing up their sleeve, yeah? The
Yeah.
government can subsidize their service for a while to ensure they get a market share. They can literally operate at a loss with no problems at all. Yeah, the government can, the taxpayers' money can put that bit.
Yep. But that's crazy, man. Like, fuck, Jesus. Yeah, Kwanza, I think I'm sure you'll be back, but a big issue I've seen. My ISP started distributing like fiber optic, and I remember him complaining that it's kind of hard to cross the cables across the road because of, I don't know, you have to contact these ones, go get a signature. So such stuff, I think KPLC will be
like
immune to.
Yeah, because they literally already have the infrastructure. They'll just they'll do what they do. Like, and they have the maps, they have everything. Right? On top of that, like another issue like we face in Kenya, like our urban planning, we have colonial urban planning. Like, I'm not even joking, right? Because if you look everywhere else in the world, like even where I lived in Columbus, right, in Ohio, you would have like a certain patch of land, like next to the road, yeah, with little flags on it. Like they put little flags on the road, yeah. Those places are they're flagged off to show people who might want to dig, but really those places, there's a road reserve.
Assuming he's going to say there's a road reserve for future use.
The road reserve, but on top of that, there's literally an area made for either expansion of, like past the road reserve. It's not part of the road reserve, yeah. It's made for it's a reserve for pipes, right? Natural pipes, whether it is water, whether it's sewage, whether it is natural gas, right? There's areas for cabling, whether it's fiber optic, whether it is electrical, right? And there's enough room for you to expand it even 6, 7, 8-fold. Now in Kenya,
unajenga hapo like flat iko hapo kwa barabara, like hata hakuna hata space ya kutembea.
Bro, there was a house. Have you been to Moja? If you're coming from Outer Ring, I don't know if it's still open, yeah? There was literally a house built over the road. For you to enter the estate, you'd be going under someone's bedroom. Like, it's like an arch. It's like an arch, like a garage. You know how garages look? With the, like, it's wall here, then space in the middle. The house was built over the road.
No regard for the road whatsoever. No space. No, just, it's here. There's an opportunity. Let's fucking build it.
Literally, someone swears off the road. He's in your kitchen. Anakuharibia fridge. But the point is, yeah, that's the issue we have. So whatever challenges they would have faced from like everything is like it works the way it's supposed to. On top of that, it's compounded. Yeah, it's compounded by the fact that a lot of the issues are like, it's like self-inflicted. So instead of saying, okay, we screwed up, let's slow this shit down. Yeah, let's do this differently. Yeah, you will see new projects literally even making it worse. To the point where now, like, you literally have roads that are supposed to be 2 lanes, but only 1 lane works because no one allocated a place for public transport, right? There's hawkers if you go to Isili, there's literally hawkers on the road. They're on the road. You're sharing, like, on the right here, on 1 lane of traffic, on the right there's a car, on the left there's a guy selling clothes or whatever he may be selling.
I think I've experienced a lot of that when I'm biking. There's areas of the road where I get and there's no area like I can cycle without like having to look out at my back and be like, what? This is a very...
Yeah, you're literally a car.
Yeah.
You literally
It's bad, man, dude. It's bad. It's so like you can't even cycle in peace. You're so paranoid that someone might hit you and stuff. So
Yeah. So yeah, I think KPLC they definitely have an edge because the infrastructure. I can't even call it. I mean, okay, let's just call it infrastructure. It's there.
yeah, it's there.
It's passable.
Yeah.
So, but as long as they can subsidize this and get a good brand image, if they call it KPLC Internet, this thing is burning to the ground. Yeah.
They should call it KI what? KIC Kenya Internet Company.
Internet company or something like something that has a nice ring to it. Yeah. So people just because if it's a weird ass name, they'll just be like people just resort to KPLC Internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like KenyaNet or something cool like that. Something catchy. Like Safaricom is one name, Zuku is one name. If you hit us with an abbreviation, no one's gonna, So, but the point is, it's definitely possible for them, given they play their cards right. But if there's one thing we do consistently as Kenyans, is we don't even have the cards. Things just happen.
Yep. Like there's no future planning. It's just, boom, here we are. But I was asking, do you feel like maybe they will like push Safaricom to give us better data rates? Do you feel like they are bringing actual competition? Or do you feel like the other companies will be incentivized to,
if they get good enough? Maybe at the beginning, maybe Safaricom and Zuku may jump the gun and try. They might try scramble with each other to get like a more decent market share. So even if they do lose some people, they've already gained some people. Like imagine, let's say now me and you are competing, bro, right? Two companies. Then we hear it's gonna be another company entering the market. So not only will it be a competition with the new person, for every one person that the other guy gets, both of your market shares drop. Right?
Yeah.
Let's say there's 100 people, you have 50, I have 50. Yeah? And that guy gets 2. Not only did we lose people, but our general market share, the more that guy grows, there's more to worry about. So maybe the Zuku, Safaricom, JTL might scramble with each other prior to like KPLC actually putting a foot in the door to try to get like a decent market share. Like, even if they do end up losing it, at least they got something. But depending on how well KPLC, there's of course that fear, that fear.
Yeah.
They might do some stuff, but I don't think they're required to do anything per se up until they're in a position where they're actually being threatened. And KPLC will have to do a really good job to be able to threaten them. Because the only reason people move from Zuku is because Zuku shot themselves in the foot, right? Because a lot of people who move to Safaricom stay on Safaricom. They never go back to Zuku unless they're going to like JTL, for example. Maybe because of the pricing, the speeds, the ping, a lot of smaller factors, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to Zuku was literally like, it was like, Zuku gave us the ability at the beginning, right? Because, I remember we used to have the Zuku thing on our roof. Then they built a house, then the waves couldn't reach the house. Then you had to wait like another year for the wire to reach us, right? So Zuku opened the door. Yeah, but imagine it's like this. It's like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite meal? Let's say favorite meal.
Mchele dengu.
Mchele dengu. Now, there's the mchele dengu you can make yourself. Maybe you like that the best, but let's just assume you're not the best cook. Yeah. The one you can make yourself, right? There's the one you get from the local kibanda outside. It's more efficient. It may be better because that person has a lot of experience, but it's still not the best. Yeah. Then now you have mchele ndengu from an establishment that has, people culinary experience, whatever. Then you have now mchele ndengu from like, the best of the mchele ndengus. All of them are mchele ndengu. All of them, you may like them, right? But you can rank them like in a hierarchy. If I like this one, I like mine the best, and then I like the one from Kibanda next, and the one from the establishment, then one from like the big chef, Mr. Culinary. The point is, it's more or less the same thing, but a lot more than just the service affects it. Like a lot more than just like the internet. Okay, you have internet.
The
cool.
quality.
How's the service? What's the quality of service? What's the consistency for my needs? For someone like me, how's my ping? How's my packet loss? Yeah, am I getting good bandwidth? Are my downloads staggering because the server it's being pinged to stuff? There's a time we were pinging to Eastern Europe from Zuku. I don't know how. Yeah, actually pinging to Eastern Europe. So things like those affect it. Yeah, but like from a service standpoint, but you have to realize that's me talking. For the majority of Kenyans, if they turn on their Netflix and it works, cool, right? If they turn on their YouTube and it works, cool. As long as their WhatsApp doesn't load, cool, right? For that point, maybe now at that point it's gonna be priced. It's not just gonna be priced. When it comes down to price,
Uh-huh.
KPLC have the biggest advantage because they're a government company.
They can make it cheap as hell.
Yeah. So for us purists, like me and you, we may not move from what we have now because it's doing the job for us, right?
Yeah.
But for the majority of people, bro, like you're told, if as long as you get more for less, like you'd have to be an idiot not to do it, you know?
Yeah, definitely. But then their rural plan is a smart idea, because I remember I waited for Zuku here for decades, wakuje, and they never came. So yeah, I think I even started considering this place is rural, but they were not coming. Safaricom, we called them, they're like, no, we haven't reached your area. Liquid, same thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's countless people like in my situation where they have to rely on third parties. So I mean, I don't know. Me, I might test it out when it comes.
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely.
I might test it out and see whether it's like something worth it. Because if it is, I don't see why I cannot use it. So, but yeah, man. Me, I think I exhausted like early in the show what I needed to say. It's good you've come. It's good you've come. I thought today I was going to be alone.
Nah, it's my fault, bro. Nah, I should have. The thing I didn't open my Discord. I was just chilling on YouTube. I'm like, wait a minute.
Moje told me he's going to be late. He said he's going to join, but I think maybe traffic ilimshika vibaya sana.
And so now, even what do you talk about next week?
Next week I think I'm supposed to talk about Apex or something. I'm not even sure.
I don't care. I'm here. Okay. Just to make up for me missing this week, even if it's a topic I know nothing about, I'm here. I'm coming for moral support.
All right. It's fine. It's cool, man. It's cool. I'll appreciate it. Maybe I'll make the topic a little bit more general or broad. I think I had let me check the topic list. It's cool.
I'll go learn about the topic.
All right. It's cool. I think let me see. I'm pulling up the list here. There's a kind of sticky note that has all of those upcoming topics. Let me look at it. I think I've seen it. Yeah, I think there's one about NFTs, like whether the bubble will burst, like the obsession with NFTs and stuff. So maybe that one or not.
Do you want to talk about what happened with the Luna?
With who? With the what?
With the Luna, there's like a stable coin that went to literally zero.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm sure we can include it. We can bundle it together with that one.
Because I want to get, a guy who sits with the crypto space, right? Ibrahim from the Discord, from the Watchmen Discord.
Yeah, Ibrahim, Nani, this other guy, Alicia, Nani.
Styles, this is his bread and butter. Like, if you want like a perspective on that, like he's definitely the guy.
All right.
I could drag him in here. NFT, the whole crypto space. That's the guy.
All right. I think maybe then we'll talk about NFTs. And
I'll get Ibrahim.
Because right now there's a crypto crash, so I'm sure it can be a good topic. All right, it's cool, man. Thanks for coming again, man. I really appreciate it, man. I mean, I've hosted a couple of them alone because I know people are usually held up and stuff, so you can't be angry and be like, oh, Uncle Puja. You just have to,
No, but definitely, like if I say I'm coming, like generally, like I feel really bad if I don't, so like it's like me breaking a promise. But I appreciate. I would be mad at you if you're mad. Let me just say that. I would be mad because the thing is, if you asked me to come and I didn't say anything, that's one thing. But the fact that I said I'd come, I kind of feel like there's a responsibility there. But I appreciate you. Thank you for inviting me again.
Sure, man. Be sure to also have the people watching or listening. Healthy's a streamer. Wait, what should I shout out? The YouTube channel or what?
If let me keep it simple, yeah. If you like me and you wanna see my content, just put Hirsi HD anywhere and I'll pop.
And that is HIRSIHD. So yeah, go check him out. He deals with I think he's very in the Fortnite community a lot. I've seen a couple of stuff, some good stuff. They're doing their own things there. Yeah, as you know me, I'm in the Apex side of things, and but then we have a tournament tonight. Which an ongoing series. You want to?
Yeah,
Oh, you try and
played
say.
Apex the first week, bro. I liked the game.
Yeah.
My biggest issue was I remember during the first like week or so, hey, that the ping or something. Whoa.
Now there is but I don't know, not the Bahrain one. You can practice that with arenas, but of course I'm not going to let the skill gap is. Apex will take you some time before you will die and die. I think I'll send you a video that will make it easier for you. So, but yeah, tonight we have an ongoing. It's supposed to be. It's called the Skull Spit series. It's supposed to run alongside the Apex season. So once season 13 is done, we're also done with ours. So whoever's going to be the kill leader, or the player with the most kills, should get something. So
That's nice. That's nice. But wait, you're gonna be streaming it?
yeah, I can actually even send you the link. Wait,
Send me
where
the
is
link.
it? Where is it? Dude, I'm in so many discords. Oh fuck, it's so hard to. Okay, I found it. But yeah, whether did you see this thing on Twitter of Tasker?
Yeah, I did.
Moje, I told Moje, you if you get a chance to speak, you better fucking say why Akina AC and Akina DVK are not on this panel.
I was asked. I didn't go because the whole alcohol thing is not my fault.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember. I've remembered your religion. Yeah. Yeah, but that can be. I've been in that dilemma where I asked like some people, is it okay to approach a betting company, and I kind of.
I got approached. Yeah, you know what's funny, right? We've been looking for sponsors for Watchmen for a very long time. Like actual, something like it's a full partnership, full content for them and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of people like agencies have worked with us. But there was a time we got an out and out, like literally we will give you this much money and we just want you to make content type thing, yeah? Guess who this from? Like that's the kind of deal like you as someone who runs an org you dream about.
Betting.
You know who they were?
Betting company, I'm sure.
Dapper Bets.
Oh, holy shit.
Like not from anybody else.
But I mean, it's one of those things where in the long term, it's going to have bad. Yeah, I mean, you'll feel. Honestly, I'm not into betting, and I've seen people kill themselves because of it. So it's one of those things where.
Even from religion aside, even like a societal.
Yeah.
First of all, guys, I am not. Let's make it clear. I am not bashing anyone. I appreciate what Tusker are doing for the scene, right?
Yep.
It's not a bashing thing, but this is from my own perspective, right? I know those people probably don't have bad intentions, but it's like, how do I put this? Especially with gaming, yeah, and like a lot of the kids that look at us in the community, like me, DV,
Yeah, but
and people who play. It's like, oh, this guy is doing this. Like I may open a door in their life that should not have been open to begin with. Yeah, because of the association that I have with me with like what I do. So like I don't just stay away. If it's like Red Bull, okay, big deal. Like it's just some caffeine. You'd probably do that anyway. You do it already, right? Coca-Cola, not a first time. But then like you've seen because a lot of the people in the community are like what, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
And, it's like not having my face there. It's like when I get associated with, oh, that's the guy from. Someone ever tells me that's the guy from Tusker, bro, I'm dying. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. You brought that up. I mean, I do. Yeah, I'm glad to see I'm not the only one who like thinks about that, because some people will do anything for money. So
yeah, bro. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know.
When the money runs out. When the money runs out, you're left with your feelings and how you felt, man. Now so
and then a lawsuit comes. You motherfucker. You encourage kids. Man, anyway, I don't know, man, but we'll see going forward. I don't know. Next time they say that they will include a lot of people. I might be on there, but to point out some stuff and be like, because I was kind of disappointed they kept talking about FIFA, and I was like, do you guys really think that esports is only about FIFA and fighting games?
That's the problem, bro. Like, this is another thing where like, and the biggest issue and something I've had, and it's better that I didn't go, because I've gotten to a point where at first I was like, when you're growing up, like you're very easy to, like you're very, like it's cool, like you can say whatever you want, I'll ignore it, right? Now there's something I don't like that's been happening in our scene, especially, right? It's like it's like for the lack of better words, like people accuse the people of being like culture vultures. A lot of these brands just want to ride on our wave. They want to corner. They had esports is the future. They've read some article on Yahoo News. Esports is a bigger industry than music and movies. They just want to get in on it, bro. It's like, what is easy my game? Najuanga easy banner. FIFA, what? You make a whole event FIFA. It's like, you know.
But that's oh my god, that's such a valid point. Holy shit! But I think we should make that a topic. What? Like, goddamn.
Hey. That's something that even now I'm getting upset.
God damn. Yeah, but then it's becoming mainstream to a point where it can be. I understand the frustration by it can. Yeah. Anyway.
It's one of those, yeah. Let me just finish by saying this. And this is now you worked me up. You know, you go somewhere. You're a gamer. Even me, I'm a gamer. Okay, it's cool. I understand. Right? Like, okay, we play games. That's cool and all. But you know, people they don't know how to like differentiate like playing esports and playing games for fun. It's like saying, it's like saying, like I drive a car, yeah. Lewis Hamilton also drives a car. We start calling all of us F1 drivers. Like, you know, it's
but then they bundled us into one thing. They think that it's as simple as this.
Like some people do speed runs, some people play competitive shooters, some people play competitive sports games, some people play games like battle royales. We're different people, and we have different opinions of each other, right? So for example, like someone like us who play battle royales, someone who plays different like fighting games like Davey may look at us like in like, okay, what are these guys doing? And we may look at Davey as like, okay, you know. Because like there's a very big difference. So for you to be able to all of us,
very extremely like, oh my god, like, bro, that is. I don't think these motherfuckers understand this, man. Like, I don't
care. It's not about not understanding. You know, there's a very big difference. Yeah, I could be mistaken, brother. I could be mistaken. I may miscategorize you. And now when you come to me and you tell me, brother, it's not like this, then I know what you're telling me as the person who's qua ground. Yeah, then you just now run with another because it's easier for you to understand. Like, you know, you're doing everyone a disservice. Yeah, but I have to also say there's a lot of people who are trying to, you know, break that idea, and it's definitely appreciated. You know, some people actually want to know. Yeah, people who are in their 40s, 50s who didn't grow up with this, right? So now it's not something that's like, you know, for us, things just passively entered us. Like, we're gamers, you ask yourself why. It's like, I am. I've just been doing this shit for a long time. Yeah. So for the people who actually go out of the way to try and understand something, like, I definitely appreciate you guys. You know, there's a lot of people, even at those brands that do stuff like this, it's out of their control, and they're like the best people. They want to see the scene grow, and we appreciate them immensely, right? But that doesn't take away from the fact that, like, you know, the main image that's being put out is not a very good one.
Oh, I think we should make this a topic. It seems that I think maybe once you finish the NFT one, and then I think I might make this a topic where we actually talk about like the mainstream or whatever, like what esports is becoming, or maybe what these people don't understand about esports.
Right.
But yeah, but that's man, hey, that one is that one I'm sure can you know, we can spend all night talking about that one.
The amount of content you get for the page from that one.
Yeah, man, it's such a huge topic. But for the people who are going to watch this, remember this show is converted to a podcast. Make sure you listen in on the various podcast platforms of choice. Of course, if you're in a country where Spotify supports a video playback, you can watch the video on Spotify as well. And yeah, for the other platforms, you can listen in as well. Remember, if you want to be a co-host, or if you want to join the community, join the Discord, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And yeah, man, I think we've pretty much exhausted what we wanted to say. Hersey, again, thanks for coming through. Go check his stuff out. Go support his community. And I should see you all in the next one. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
All right.